Caizen's up. I'm making some hot water. Gonna get a bottle going. We use this infant product. It's really good, really healthy for the baby, organic. And I'm gonna get him a bottle, and then I'm gonna get him to do some tummy time. Get you some tummy time. Hey. By putting something in front of him, it'll make him focus on this so that he can ignore the fact that his neck muscles are burning from keeping his head up. Right? Good, right? There you go. Stare it down. Get your bottle, okay? I know. I was looking through my comments the other day on my TikTok. If you're coming straight from YouTube and you don't know what my TikTok is, I'll put an image of it. But I had a comment on there that asked about a young man was like, I'm about to be a first-time dad. Any advice? When you're a first-time dad, you're giddy. You're doing everything. You got the kid all around you. You're obsessed. You're making crazy little videos. At least I was. Because you're like, dang, like, I participated in creating this. At one point, this being was floating around inside of you. Then it went into someone else and it started to grow, literally like a seed with water around it. And then it came out. And trust me, for those of you that know what my son looks like, Daxon, how he looks now, if you would have saw the first videos and first images of what he looked like, he did not look like that. So when the kid first comes out, it's not gonna look like how it looked when it comes to it being like 1, 2, 3. Even from 1 to 3 is a big difference because you don't really fully know how their looks are gonna look. There is no blueprint to dadding or a blueprint to parenting. Your kid isn't gonna come out of a book. It isn't gonna come out of a training. It isn't gonna come out of a bunch of different things. And for you, the pressure of trying to get everything right, trying to download so much different information and content, seeing what's going on out there, and then kind of analyzing yourself and grading yourself on how well you're doing. There's an understanding there when it's like, oh, okay, I just want to learn new things to take better care of my kid. And then there's the other side, which is just like, all right, don't let that demean what you are doing. Don't let that destroy what you have done thus far. And please be aware, if you're a first-time dad and a first-time parent, it's your first time. It's your first time. This is not something you were born with in terms of like the understanding of this. Your natural instincts kick in. That said, this is your first time doing it. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time to even learn how to do it. At one point, he had to learn how to hold his head up. If he had the awareness to judge himself simply because he couldn't lift his head up, he would feel horrible. But over time, he realizes that his muscles in his neck got to get stronger. And he has to learn a lot more through activity and movement and falls and growth to get to a point where he can hold his head up. And the same thing goes for you and myself. There was moments where I was down in the dumps because I didn't feel like I was knowing what I was doing, nor did I have a biological dad experience that I could pull from, right? There wasn't a thing that I experienced that I can then transcribe into what I do with him. No traditions or anything. I came to a point where I was just like, man, like, and I'm looking at all these different kids, all these different beings and dads doing certain things. I could try my best to mirror that, but at the same time, your kid is different. Your kid is different. It's all going to be impulsive. They're going to do things on their own time. Be appreciative of what you're learning through it, And just know it'll get better. Probably won't get easier. And I'm gonna go ahead and set the forefront. Probably won't get easier because it's just gonna continuously transform. But I will say it will get better. He seems to want to nap because this is not going on. And how I know that is that he keeps putting his face into my chest and stuff. So he's probably saying like, I'm tired. And then you can hear his whimpering a little bit. So I'm going to put him down. I hope this conversation was helpful. If not, great. That's great too. My advice is determined on what you want your blueprint to be. And you'll learn that over time. So, all right, Dad and parents and whoever else watches this video, I will see you in the next video.